Hello everyone, welcome to our Palworld Survival Guide. We're doing another Paldeck highlight, and today it's all about Foxsparks, which is one of my favorites. I'm a fan of foxes in general, so this one's a personal favorite. But for Foxsparks, who is apparently over here doing some cooking, just talking about, some very quick little stats. It is a fire type, which means that it is strong against grass and ice types, but it is weak against water types, so kind of have to keep an eye on that. But the fact that it's like strong against two different types of pals is pretty amazing. We love that. And obviously it is also Paldeck number 5. So let's go into what this guy is good at. Now Foxsparks, it has one job, and that is kindling. It's a level 1 kindler, which means obviously it's like right now it's cooking. It can smelt a primitive, I think, furnace over there, and other things too. But like that's its main thing is it will cook stuff. It will smelt stuff. But being a level 1, obviously, it's not going to be the best at these, especially as you advance in the game and you get better kindlers. But starting out, Foxsparks can very much take care of your initial needs. And if you don't want it for that anymore, you might want to maybe, I don't know, hunt it down, I guess. For its drops, it drops both leather and flame organs. Now, leather obviously is going to be needed to make some like armor and other kind of items. Flame organs is used for like a bunch of stuff, which I've actually gone into in another video. And obviously, if you are in need of it, which you might be because it is required in a lot of different recipes. Hunting down flame Foxsparks is actually kind of like a go-to way to get a lot, just because they are beginner level. It's very easy to just take like a high-powered pal and just farm, just destroy them all and get all your flame organs. That is a way to definitely stock up if you don't have a flambell anyway, passively getting that for you. So that's what it drops. Pretty important, I would say. Now, its partner skill is something that I absolutely love because it's actually very powerful for being, just a beginner pal. And that is the Huggy Fire. And basically what happens is when you make the Foxsparks harness, which I believe I should have in my key items. There it is, the Foxsparks harness. It allows you to basically hold the Foxsparks and use it like a flamethrower. That's literally what it does. It is a flamethrower. So I love using Foxsparks against like the boss chillet, because I can usually take that down with just the partner skill alone, because I have a higher-ish level Foxsparks. And, you could do that for other non-boss pals too, especially if they are, grass or ice type, because it's going to be super effective against that. So, honestly, having Foxsparks with you on on your adventures out there, really not bad, especially if you have, the partner skill available, because he can take care of quite a few different pals, from like that are like a few tiers above it, I would say. So amazing. Love his partner skill. And that kind of rolls into what Foxsparks is best at. Now, obviously, since it's only one work skill is kindling, yeah, he's decent at smelting and cooking, but you're gonna end up replacing him pretty quickly. So I don't really recommend him necessarily for production. Until, obviously in your first few days, sure. But I honestly see Foxsparks more as like your pal out there when you're out exploring the world, just because if you do have his harness and his partner skill available, he can really help you out when you're kind of like maybe, up against some pals that are a little bit more advanced than what you're prepared for. He could potentially, bring them down a good amount, if not, destroy them himself. So I honestly see him more as like a one of your pals in your party, basically, when you're going out and exploring. At least until obviously maybe like midline when you're ready to replace them. But I think Foxsparks is pretty gosh darn good as your beginner defender fighter type. Now, if you want to breed like a better Foxsparks with better skills, there are a lot of combinations, but some of them, if we actually go to our other base, I had some. I don't know if they're still in the breeding farm exactly, but Let's see if I put them in away. I did. Okay. Well, the some of the combinations that you can have are the Mao and the the Bristla, the Lift Monk and the Jolt Hog, the Toko Toko and the Kativa. And that's who I had over there doing their stuff. And then you can also use a T-Font and a Sui, a Pen Gullet and a Vixie, a Chicopee and a Kilamari, and then obviously a Foxsparks and a Foxsparks. And there's so much more beyond that too, but those are just some of like the earlier pals that are kind of easy to get if you do want to breed a specific type of Foxspark with a certain kind of skill and all that. Those are some of the pals that can help you out. And then last but not least, let's talk about where we can get our hands on these guys. So obviously the starting area is one of the initial areas when you kind of come down the hills and you get into the Windswept Hills region. That's when they start to spawn. And they also spawn like in these kind of like locations, like over here on the Eastern Wild Island, they spawn in a good number, as well as up here in Forgotten Island and down here too. So you know, they have these locations very easy to find. They always tend to spawn in pairs too, although you can sometimes find them on their own. So like if you're beginner baby level, you really want a Foxsparks, it is possible to find one on its own, which is a little bit easier because two of them hitting you if you don't have like a pal to defend you, or if you're still really low on health, you know, they could take you out, especially if it's a higher level one. But that's all it is. That's all I got about the Foxsparks. Again, he's one of my favorite pals, just because, you know, the fox like, and there's like a lot of them that a lot of pals that are fox like, which is just lovely for me because I love that animal. So, but that's our little guy right here. I would say, you know, don't underestimate him. His partner skill especially. Very nice. Let me know what you think about Foxsparks, if he's one of your favorites, if you like his partner skill, or if you like to use him for something else. I'd love to know what you think. Thanks so much for watching, guys. I'll see you in the next one. Until then, keep surviving and keep thriving.